All right, let's start this meeting. Dr. Eason, would you lead us in our invocation, please?
Yes, maybe bow our head. We come to you today, Lord, asking for your forgiveness, your guidance, and your support as we began this meeting. Bless each Trinity Valley Board member with the insight, the compassion, as they carry out their duties tonight. May their actions be guided by justice, fairness, a deep compassion to well-being of the students, faculty, and staff. We offer this prayer in your name, trusting that you give us the grace and the guidance. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Dr. Eason. All right, we come to consider public comments. Do we have anyone that would like to speak tonight? Seeing no one, Dr. Morrison.
All right, we kind of have a special treat for you tonight for my president's report. We had an extremely successful weekend. In the first group, we have our Cardette Showgirls to talk about how Saturday went for them and their upcoming national competition in Orlando, Florida. So I introduce to you our coach of the Cardettes and the Cardette Showgirl, Miss Emma Cox.
Hello, everyone. I am going to let the girls do a lot of the talking, but I did just want to give you a rundown of the awards we won this weekend. We've been attending the ABTS state championship since 2004, and last year in 2024 was our first time to ever have a routine win first place. It's very competitive, and our team does a lot of different things. So we start our competition season a little later than others, but this year the girls definitely proved that that did not need to put us at a disadvantage. That they could still keep up with the best of them. So this year, after having one first place routine last year, we got both of our routines in first place of their categories. We had a pom routine and a jazz routine. Our jazz routine was the highest scoring routine of the entire college competition, Division I all the way down to JUCO. And our overall scoring average was the highest average of the day between Division I all the way down to JUCO. And then we also got the, of course, overall junior college best of best team, which is what this trophy is here for. It's our first one, and again, now we're at 22 years of competing, and it's our first time, and we're gearing up. We know this is great, but we want an even bigger one when we come back from Florida, so we're gearing up, and that is definitely our goal, to bring you another in a few weeks. I have my captain Gracie here, and one of our international freshman Cardettes, Estella. I'm going to let both of them briefly talk to you guys real quick. Thank you. Yeah.
So I'm Gracie Prestridge, and I am the current Cadet captain, and I'm also a showgirl vet. And I would just like to say how proud I am of the team and how hard they've been fighting, and they totally deserved what they earned this weekend. And we obviously couldn't do it without the Cardinals and everyone back home cheering us on, and it was just so special, and I'm just so proud. And last year, making history by just winning one title. This year we won two, and that was just so crazy, and I'm so grateful. And I would just like to say thank you so much for this opportunity, for even letting us go and giving that opportunity to us. The Cardettes are very grateful. And we're going to continue to work very hard to bring y'all back another win for the Nationals. And this being my last time on mat, or even being a Cardinal in general, is super emotional, because being here, it's another family, like not only Cardettes, but just being a Cardinal. Like everyone here is very welcoming and loving, and I just love being here at TVCC. And truly, Trinity Valley has truly been just amazing, and I'd just like to say thank you.
Hello, I'm Estella, and I'm from Finland, so I am an international student here at TVCC. Trinity Valley has been really great for me these past 2 semesters. They've this was smooth sailing for me, especially with Dr. Scott's support. She is my Cardette connection. So basically what that means is that Cardettes get paired with a Cardette alumni who give us that support, and so they are there for us. I want to thank Courtney for that. I want to thank you for the opportunity to go to state, and because we've been working really hard, and that was rewarded this past weekend. But what category? And like Gracie said, we will continue working hard to make you and ourselves proud in Florida next weekend. Thank you.
One last thing that they left out is they were also the highest academic team. at the
Yes.
competition.
All right.
No, I just expect that from them, so we just expect it. Thank
Now,
you so much.
Emma, why don't we have a chance to win 2 trophies in Florida?
We do. We'll be competing pom and jazz. So hopefully we can double title. We did do that in 2021 out there. So fingers crossed we can make that happen again. We would love to, yeah, we'd love to fill up the overheads in the plane with Trinity Valley hardware. So that is our goal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good.
Well, we just didn't stop there on the weekend. Our men's basketball team made history with the first ever national title. And today we have Smitty with us. We have Coach Greg Heyer, CJ, and Zadi.
Well, what an amazing accomplishment that these young men, bought in from day one. But I look around this room and we're very blessed to have you guys that have, allowed us to do what we do by how you support us and everything you do to help us and give us the opportunity to travel the way we do, to dress the way we dress, to the uniforms that we wear. And we're very, very appreciative. And I think the word that comes to mind when I walk in this room, and I just feel the aura in this room, is loyalty. And to really all 3 of these young men represent what loyalty is all about, just like you guys do. Tyler Smith and Charles Outlaw, these 2 young men right here, they played for me last year, and they made the decision to come play for me for another year when I got this opportunity, this wonderful opportunity at TBCC. And they know how hard it was when they played for me last year, and for them to make the decision to come play for me when they could have went and played for a lot of other coaches that would have given them the easy route. They love the discipline that they got, and they chose to come here. And then for Mr. the MVP over there, Zadi, Zadi and I had one conversation, and his close mentor, who's a friend of mine, called me and sent me a video, and within 48 hours, Zadi was signed with TBCC, and he came here as a 5-man, and he was 3, 4, 5 in the national tournament and the MVP of the national tournament. And as good a player as he is, or all 3 of these young men are, they're better people. And that's what our program is based on, is the type of people that we want in our program. We want strong young men that are going to represent themselves, their family, and our college the right way. And that is a priority of mine when I'm recruiting, and I couldn't be blessed to have 3 of the best young men in the program, and the whole team is just like these 3 young men. And it's academically, they do what they're supposed to do, they're where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be. And if they're not, they get held accountable, and they know what happens when they don't do right. And life is about doing right. It's really about doing right, because when you do right, people notice right, and people reward right. And you want to move up the food chain, not move down the food chain. And that's something that we preach all the time in our program. And I'm just super blessed. I'm done talking. I could talk all night about our team and TBCC and our community and everything about this place. But I want to give these young men an opportunity to just tell you how they feel about TBCC and what's all happened since they've been here. Tyler Smith, you're first.
Always goes to the point guard, right?
Nice banner I heard.
There's a bigger one in the hall. There's that in the hall out there. It's the whole bracket.
But I really want to appreciate and just say that I've been treated with a whole bunch of hospitality since I've been down here. Like growing up in Chicago, I always like heard about Southern hospitality, but I really didn't know what it means until I got down here. And I was welcomed in with open arms, and everybody just treats us pretty fair and gives us tips, and if we're struggling in places, somebody helps us out. And one of the things I will not forget being here is the people, the relationships I built, teammates I've met, coaches I've met, all the way down to the staff, my teachers. And I just want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to do what we do.
Piggyback. I'm gonna piggyback off of Smitty and just go ahead and say thank you to everyone, for letting us do what we do, giving us the gear to do what we need to do, and just the support along the way. That's a big thing, whether you believe it or not. And with GH here, I trusted him really because followed him, and I didn't even take a visit here, but listen, what he does is real special. Like he builds teams. It's real hard, obviously. Not everyone can do it. If everyone can do it, it'd be real easy, but he pushes everyone to their limit, it's like it's a special connection you build with him. And yeah, I don't got much to say, but really thank you to everyone in TVCC. Just love what y'all do and no cards.
MVP.
Hello, my name is Zachi. I'm from France, Paris. It's my first time in college in America. I just want to say thank you for the hospitality. Thank you to everyone because is really here. Everyone is nice, like. My coach is a great coach. The first time I went here, I went to his office and he talked to me. He will say, Sachi, you're going to be an MVP of the national tournament. I was like, oh, thank you, coach. But on my mind, I was like, damn, I'm like, first week I know him, he really think, OG, I can be the MVP on national tournament. I was like, okay, let's get it. Let's work. Let's work out with my teammates, with the coaches. We are a great team. It's like more the teammate for me. It's like a friend right now. It's a family for me. I just want to say thank you. Thanks for my teammates. Thanks for the staff, the coaches. I'm just so glad to be here. I'm a freshman, so I'm going to stay another year here. So, yeah.
I have a question for you, Zadi. Hey, Zadi, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Are we going to repeat?
Yeah. So yeah, just thank you everyone, and see you next year.
I'd like to say one other thing. If there's guys going to get a blood transfusion, they don't need blood, they have ice water in their veins. But when it got tough, they got going.
Exactly. You can see what our program is made of just by listening to these young men talk. And it's real, and it's special. It's special. You can only do special things if you have special people. And our college has special people. This room is full of special people, and my team is full of special people, just like a lot of the other teams on this campus. These coaches are amazing on this campus. The administration, the board, all you board members, are just instructors and community members. This is an amazing place, and I just want to say, from my wife and I and my daughter's perspective, like, we've never been brought in like we have since we've been here, and that's powerful. That's worth more than money. And our goal is to do it again and to have higher standards than we even had this year. And but like Schmitty will tell you, or CJ or Garrett, like, they got big shoes to fill, don't they? Indeed, I mean, because it's easy to say, hard to do, like I tell them all the time, to go through what we do every day and to be where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be, with a smile on your face and engaging with people. And if you're not, it doesn't end the right way. That hill's got a little cow pasture on it because of us running up and down it when they don't do right. But you know what, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about accountability, it's about doing the right things, and it's about being bigger than yourself and being selfless. And we're in a selfless place and we're a selfless team. And we just want to say thank you for having us here tonight. And this trophy is for everyone in this room and everyone on our campus and in our community. We did it for you guys.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Doc. You guys have a good meeting.
All right.
Tammy's gonna give us a spring enrollment update, and then I have a special graduation number that was just texted to me a little bit ago.
As of the end of business last week, FTE, we were up 8.95%. I think the numbers that I sent out last Monday, we still had some drop in for non-payment for AP2. Dropped this a little bit to 43.26 FTE, but overall last spring of 24 to spring of 25, an 8.95% increase. Today is census day for AP2. So after we certify rosters and everything tomorrow, by the next board meeting, I'll have official spring numbers for you. As far as head count goes, we are sitting at 5981. That's an increase. Spring of 24 was 5681. So 300 students. It's an amazing accomplishment for the institution as a whole. It takes all of us, our recruiting, admissions, to student records, to advising, to, you name it, our instructors down, everybody. It takes all of us to keep get our students here, get them enrolled, keep them here term to term. And I think overall we're on a really good path to continue seeing that growth in enrollment. Do you have any questions?
All right, what I was just texting a little bit ago is we're sitting at 1,166 graduates for spring.
Is that a record?
Oh, it's smashed. About 400 plus students. And that includes around 400 dual credit students. And this is kind of special, 25 veterans and also 26 new Bachelor of Science in Nursing students. So, but I think, growth is happening. We got an amazing team on the student service side and the instructional side. And as we do these things to make our campus better, we're going to see these things that continue to grow. And this is an exciting time for the campus. So thank you for that report, Tammy. And y'all get ready for graduation. I would recommend Alani, Monster, Bang, 5-hour energy shots because graduation is going to be long.
Yeah.
So we can keep you a stash up there on the stage. But that's going to be exciting. So that's all I can do for a report.
Well, that's a good report.
Fairly decent.
Thank you. At this time, we're gonna convene to executive session. Under the Texas Government Code, section 551.1071 of the Texas Open Meeting Act. Do I hear a motion to convene? So moved. Executive. All in favor? Aye. Thank y'all. We'll be back shortly. I hear a motion to reconvene out of special session.
Make a motion.
Second, trustee Griswold. Thank you. Moving on, item number 5, consider approval of settlement agreement. Six, excuse me, consider discussion of 2025-26 room board rates and proposed rates Webster dining contract changes.
All right, Marcus, you ready to present on this?
Sir. So with this memo, there are, I think, 3 parts to it. This is the time of year for setting the new room and board rates, new dining rates. We're not raising the room rates at all. Great Western Dining approached us with a 3.8 increase in the meal plan rates, and we countered with 3.5, which has been kind of the standard rate increase the last several years, and they accepted that. And so with the 3.5% dining increase that laid out there in the memo, you'll see the new room and board rates. Again, the board is remaining the same, but excuse me, the room rates are staying the same, but the dining rates and room and board rates overall. So the board needs to take action in approving new room and board rates, so they can be published in catalog and online. And then also we would like to update the meal refund policy. Instead of doing prorated refund, we would like to align the meal refund policy with the room refund policy, which also aligns with the tuition refund policy. This streamlines the process on the administration of this, and so that's what you see outlined there in the memo. And then the final item is in our discussions with Great Western Dining about these dining rate, these meal rate increases. We discovered that there was some language in the contract that was imprecise or inconsistent, I'll say, and that is having to do with the cardinal cash funds. And the question of is this additional money that the college pays to Great Western, or is it already included in the rate? Because one part of the contract seems to suggest that it was already included in the rate. There's another part of the contract where it specifically says plus cardinal cash, as if this is additional money that Trinity Valley will pay. And so this language is clarifying that cardinal cash money is already included in the rate. So it protects us a little more in case there's any question about whether or not we pay those extra funds. So those are the 3 items that we're recommending action on. If you all have any questions.
Any discussion on this?
I just want to ask, will the contracts be revised and, or be revised to say the correct thing?
If you all approve it, that's
Okay.
part of what we are recommending you all to approve.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion.
Motion made and seconded.
You second.
That's correct. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Let's see. Mr. Hopkins.
Yes, sir. Meeting the board, just real briefly, wanted to mention some high points on the January, February financials. As Tammy's already indicated, the tuition is ahead of last year. Monetarily, it's 1.1 million or 12% higher. And the following suit on housing, food service, and bookstore all have increases. On property taxes, as we talked before, January, February are the big months. If you'll notice, just from January to February, we collected 22 million in January, and even early February, it was already 26 million. And obviously, everybody here knows that that's when everybody pays. If you don't get discounts, most entities don't offer discounts anymore. And the taxes are due in January, so that's why you see those numbers jumping up. And the expenses we're running pretty much in line. Revenue over expense, January 20 million. You can see there, again, the February report is preliminary at 25 million. But again, the reason you see that number so high is because this is some of the peak revenue coming in this time of year. We slip down to the investment report. We had a big influx of cash. We're going to be rolling it out into CDs. We moved it into the money market. Right now, we're in the cap reserve. We're back up to 32 million. And if you go down to cap reserve, I think that's going to be where the detail is. I wanted to spend a minute on that. We talked about this a little bit before, and I'll direct your attention up to the top. We did get 200,000 in FEMA funds in January. January was also when we rolled last year's excess. We've been talking about that. The audit was finalized. $5 million increase, and we received 2.2 million in insurance proceeds. And so that brought us back up, instead of 24, back up to 31, 32 with the transfers taken into account. So that was good. I still think we have a little more insurance proceeds and some FEMA still to come. The last thing I wanted to give you all a chance to look at was the payments over 25,000. Very good. We just for my opinion, we're very good financial position. Everything for me, it looks positive and headed in the right direction. And interest rates of staff, we can keep running good.
This is a small item, but does this complete our imaging cost? That $33,000, what it's supposed to be at $40,000 to start with on our imaging, copying those old paper records.
I don't know if we got all those bills, Tammy, do you know?
I believe we have. I don't think we're expecting.
Okay.
The only thing that, so right now we're going to do, one of the biggest decisions was whether or not we would pay shipping to have those transcripts sent back. So we're going through and validating what we have, making sure to the best of our ability that we're not missing anything so that we can reconvene to see if it makes sense for us to have those shipped back, or if we feel confident that they were captured everything and we have all documents within our image system.
You say ship back to us?
And then store them somewhere. Otherwise, they have a secure way.
Based on my experience on what the records I wish I could find, I tend not to throw things away.
Well, and that's obvious.
We do.
That's obvious.
Because there would be something that somebody told me they did, that they did not do, or they did not retain. So I realize that's an expense, but it can't be fixed later.
And that's definitely, yeah.
It's a lot, yeah.
One of the things we're definitely considering.
cost to get them back?
Oh, I would have to go back and look. I want to say it's around 12,000 to get them shipped back.
Can you put it in the cloud?
I mean, that's what we did, not necessarily within the cloud, but we shipped them to California. It was a company that turned them all digital. So we have digital access to them, but
A reputable company, not gonna go out of business tomorrow.
I mean, well, but they won't hold them for us. So that's what, when we get finished with our validation, we'll look at it. Right, it's either they ship it back.
They hold
and
them so
store
long,
them,
they
or-
destroy them. You think that they got them.
yeah, that's the scary part. So we just have to evaluate all that once we're done with our
Waste of money,
validation.
probably, but
So if you don't do it,
you can't
We
undo
may want
it.
to,
We can't undo it, so.
Is there statute limitations?
not on official student records, not on official transcripts.
Until they are no longer with us on this.
And we
My
don't,
transcripts are still available.
they are.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
Well, thank you. Anybody else have any questions?
motion to accept the financial statement as presented.
A motion made, make a second. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to the next item. Consider the minutes of the February 24th, 2025 board meeting. You have before you, and it's been sent to you, the minutes of that meeting. Do I hear a motion? Any discussion on that? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second, by Dr. Curran. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Consider and discuss the train service agreement.
Before you have an agreement with Train, the board approved $125,000, but with some recent increases because of trade in the world that we're facing and tariff increases, we have seen an increase in the estimate or the quote from Train. So we're asking the board to approve $167,000 to start year one of the new mechanical improvements. Unfortunately, we just got, when they originally quoted and based on what the market is around the world, things have changed.
So $42,000 and some change.
So let me ask you this, if for some reason the tariffs get waived and they're not, we still gotta pay it?
That will probably hit us later in other contracts, but what they're purchasing now is based on what they're paying now.
Question, is that not a firm bid?
No, it was well, the 160.
Oh, the original?
The
Yeah,
original.
Well, how long was that good for?
That was mid-fall, so not that long.
Okay.
Yeah, not this long, I should say.
So they can't change it.
Yes.
Yes, I mean,
Some of them, some only
recall-
guarantee 15 days out, 20 days
I
out.
believe that one was 30 to 60 max. So this train agreement, basically they're doing all of this work in 2 years, but you pay over 4 years. So we are spreading it out through our capital improvement plan over 4 years. There'll be 4 parts, the first one being phase 2, so we go through phase 5, while our payments go. All of the work will be done in those first 2 years. This is a way to get this important work done sooner. We're not paying any finance charges. That's the important part. Train is just spreading out that cost. So they're basically stretching, they can't dip into the red on this project longer than like 2 months. So they had to figure out how to make it work and what the amounts were in order to not have any finance charges. But I told them that's going to be a deal breaker for us. So all that to say, they weren't going to lock in their prices for this agreement, when they're already thin on margins for longer than 30 days.
So if we approve this, then that's it. I mean, they're not gonna come back to us for it, we know,
That'll be locked because this,
we'll be locked in.
right, this will be locked in, correct?
Any other questions? Hearing none, no further discussion. Do we hear a motion on this matter?
I'll make a motion to approve this.
Trustee Mayfield, second by Dr. Curran. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, like sign, motion carries. Okay. Consider and discuss personnel updates as presented.
Before you have all resignation, termination, non-renewals, retirements, new hires, reclassification, adjustment, and promotions for seeking board approval.
Your motion? Charlie, seconded by Dr. Curran. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Dr. Charlie?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Seconded by Trustee Day. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We'll never get out of here if I leave this.
Thank y'all. Thank everybody.